In the early 13th century, a monk sat alone in a dark stone cell. He had been sentenced to die. Walled up alive, bricked into a tomb and left to starve in silence. But he made a promise that would save his life and damn his soul forever. He vowed to create a book unlike anything the world had ever seen. A book containing the entire Bible. All medical knowledge, all human history, all the secrets of the universe. And he promised to finish it in a single night. An impossible task. A human impossibility. So he stopped praying to God, and he prayed to someone else. By morning, the book was complete. 620 pages. 36 inches tall, over 160 pounds. And on page 577, a full-color portrait of the devil himself, staring back at anyone who dared to look. This is the Codex Gigas, the giant book. The largest surviving medieval manuscript on Earth. But most people know it by another name, the Devil's Bible. Today, we're going to separate the legend from the truth, and what we find might be even more disturbing than the myth. The year was 1229. The place was Podlažice, a small Benedictine monastery in the kingdom of Bohemia. In what is now the Czech Republic, life inside the monastery was strict. Prayer, silence, labor, obedience. But one monk broke his vows. According to monastery records, this monk committed a sin so severe that he was sentenced to one of the most horrific punishments of the medieval world, immurement. He would be sealed inside a wall, bricked in, left with no food, no water, no light. He would die slowly, in complete darkness, listening to the footsteps of his brothers on the other side of the stone. But the monk begged for mercy. He proposed a deal to the abbot. He would create a manuscript that would bring eternal glory to the monastery. A book so magnificent, so complete, so powerful that it would be remembered for 1,000 years. The abbot agreed. The monk began to write. And then, something went wrong. According to the legend, the monk worked through the night, hour after hour, page after page. But as the candles burned down, and the sky outside began to lighten, he realized the truth. He had barely begun. The task was impossible. No human could write this much in one lifetime, let alone one night. Desperate, the monk abandoned his prayers to God. He called out to the one being he believed could save him, Lucifer, the Prince of Darkness. The legend says the devil answered. A deal was struck, the monk's soul in exchange for the completed book. By the time the sun rose over the monastery, the book was finished. Every page complete, every illustration perfect. The monk had kept his promise, but the book he delivered was not a holy text. It was something else entirely. The Codex Gigas contains almost everything. The complete Latin Vulgate Bible, both Old and New Testaments. Flavius Josephus's Antiquities of the Jews. A complete history of Bohemia. Medical texts, exorcism rituals, a calendar of saints, even a list of monks who lived in the monastery. It is an encyclopedia of human knowledge from the 13th century. But on page 500, everything changes. A full-page portrait of the devil, nearly 20 inches tall. He crouches alone in a painted frame, arms raised, claws extended, tongue visible. His eyes are hollow. His expression is impossible to read. This is the only known full-page portrait of the devil in any medieval religious manuscript. No other Bible contains anything like it. And it faces a now empty page, where something once was, but has been torn out. Directly opposite the devil portrait, pages have been removed. Scholars do not know what was on them. Some believe it was an image of the heavenly kingdom, removed to protect it from the devil's gaze. Others believe it was something else entirely. Some things someone wanted erased from history. For centuries, the Devil's Bible was shrouded in legend, but in the modern era, scientists finally had a chance to examine it. And what they discovered was just as disturbing as the myth. First, the size. The Codex Gigas measures 36 inches tall, 20 inches wide, and nearly 9 inches thick. It weighs 165 pounds. It requires 2 people to carry it. It is made from the skins of approximately 160 donkeys. Second, the handwriting. Graphologists analyzed the manuscript from beginning to end. Every single page, all 620, were written by one person. One hand, one scribe. No assistants, no team. One monk, working alone. Third, and most disturbing the time, researchers calculated how long it would take a single scribe to write the Codex Gigas. Just the text, no illustrations, no decorations, no corrections, would require 5 years of continuous writing. With the artwork, the decorated letters, the painted pages, the total estimate is 20 to 30 years. That's assuming the scribe worked every single day. No breaks, no illness, no rest. The legend says it was completed in one night. Science says it should have taken a human lifetime, and yet the handwriting never changes. The ink never fades. The quality never drops. It's as if the entire book was written in a single, unbroken session. The Codex Gigas is not complete. At some point in its history, pages were removed. 8 pages are missing. Nobody knows what was on them. Nobody knows who removed them or why. Some scholars believe they contained a monastic rule, a code of conduct for the monks. Others believe they contained something far more dangerous. Exorcism rites. Summoning rituals, the very spell the monk used to call upon the devil. The book has also been linked to tragedy. In 1648, during the 30 Years' War, Swedish soldiers looted Prague and took the Codex Gigas as a prize of war. In 1697, a massive fire broke out in the Swedish royal castle. As the flames spread, someone threw the Codex Gigas from a window to save it. It reportedly struck a bystander in herding team. The castle burned. Much of the royal library was destroyed, but the Devil's Bible survived. And then there are the whispers. For centuries, rumors have followed those who studied the Codex Gigas closely. Illness, a madness, a misfortune. There is no scientific evidence of a curse, but there is a pattern. And there are those who refuse to be left alone with the book after dark. Today, the Codex Gigas resides in the National Library of Sweden in Stockholm. It has been there since 1649. It is kept in a climate-controlled environment. Visitors can see it displayed behind protective glass. Every few years, the pages are turned so a new section can be viewed. In 2007, after nearly 400 years, the book briefly returned to Prague for a special exhibition. Thousands came to see it. Many refused to look directly at the devil portrait. The Codex Gigas remains one of the most mysterious manuscripts in human history. We know it exists. We can touch it. We can read Italiano, but we cannot explain how one man, working alone, created something that should have taken a lifetime in a fraction of the time. The Catholic Church has never officially commented on the book. The legend has never been proven or disproven, and the devil still stares out from page 577, waiting for the next person brave enough to open the book. What do you think? Was this the work of a desperate man who spent his entire life on a single book, or did something else guide his hand? Let me know in the comments, and if you want more hidden relics and forbidden history, subscribe. We're just getting started.